so that you can get your minds right and ready for the impending atrocities that's going to take place here in America. So right now, the financial bubble over there in Greece is at an all time high. It's they're going through their austerity measures very bad right now. It's in the last stages. Okay, it's an article. I just read the headline real quick. And Lord willing, if I have to put it in post production, I will. So, but this is going to create a wave of financial distress all over the all over the world because it's a global economy. I just read the heading of the headline, breaking news. It says Greece on countdown to collapse. Contagion could spread fast. All right, and it's talking about the wave that's going to happen throughout the whole world and throughout the whole global economy, which America is part of. All right, so all right, um, and back to the scriptures. Like I said, that impending the bread that's given to us now is that manna, the bread of life, the bread from heaven. All right, which is spiritual. Okay, so I'll get back to it. This is First Corinthians. It's like First Corinthians chapter 10, verses 4, and a lot of you brothers should be familiar with this. All right, this is First Corinthians. It's like that's Romans. First Corinthians 10 and 4. It says, I'll start at 1. It says, letting man so account of us as of the ministers of Yahushua and stewards of the mysteries of God. You see, so we're basically the top guys for the mysteries of Yahushua and knowing these scriptures. Okay, that's why IUIC and ISUPK. That's why they so busy trying to bring the community together, not knowing the finality of this thing, the final exodus, not knowing what type of spirit to be in. Simply, the Lord has not given them the spirit. They have the spirit of the world on them, the spirit of the church. So we are stewards of the mysteries of Yahushua. All right, so we're the leading example. All right, um, that's why we're under the scope and so much pressure from the spirit being put on us now, being that the times that we're living in, things are getting harder. So things are happening where the Most High, if you the elect, He's gonna lock you in, and you ain't gonna be able to do nothing but this truth. So moreover, verse 2, moreover, it is required in stewards that a man be found faithful. You see, and that's a shout out to the shot towards IUIC. That's a cut because you're supposed to be found faithful in this thing. And just like this is nothing more than a testimony and a reverence and from the first Exodus, because those men, a lot of those men wasn't found faithful. All right, they didn't believe in the Most High. As a matter of fact, they, they, they basically murmured against the Lord. Okay, they complained about their situation, not having faith. But we're gonna get to that a little later. Okay, verse 3. But with me it is a very small thing that I should be judged of you, or a man's judgment. Yea, I judge not mine own self. For I know nothing by myself, yet am I not hereby justified. But he that judges me is the Lord. All right. Slack. I don't even think that's the right scripture. No, that wasn't right. That wasn't the right scripture. But all in all, you know, it was relevant. Okay, because we are stewards of the Most High and His mysteries. Okay, this is Slaki. So it's supposed to be 10 and 4. 10, 1 through 4. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verses 1. Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant how that all our fathers were under the cloud. All right. And all passed through the sea. And that's referring back to Exodus 23. All right. It says, and were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea. All right, which was spiritual. Okay, so it says, it says, and did eat the same spiritual meat, okay, and did all drink the same spiritual drink, for they drank of that spiritual rock, which is Yahweh Shai. All right. It says that followed them, and that rock was Yahweh Shai. See, I said too soon, but it says many of them God was not well pleased. All right. It says, for they were overthrown in the wilderness. And that's what's going to happen to you, you subculture Israelites, those who not following the straight gate, which is GMS, Great Millstone, because that is the straight gate. And that's the way you're supposed to go through, because it's not the easy way. Okay, y'all have taken the easy way. What proves that you party during the Passover is a party to you instead of a solemn assembly. Okay, like I said earlier, the Lord is the one that puts the pressure on us and have us in a hasting spirit, so we can put up the curses and so we can prophesy against America. Okay, instead of being PC. Okay, and having the world to accept us and isolating ourselves from Israelite camps, which you guys do. All right, because you probably in league with the Southern Poverty Law Center. Okay, against radical terrorists, however you want to say. So line up with them. Okay, be in league with them, because like it says, you're gonna get destroyed over here on this side, and that's spiritual. Okay, y'all gonna get overthrown in the wilderness, as the scriptures say. As our fathers, those niggas that was in the Exodus in that time did. All right, so you're nothing but a living, shining example of what not to do, being in the truth. So those brothers that the elect that's following them, or that's that think IUIC is the way, or ISUPK is the way. All I can say, man, is examine. Start examining what they teach, and make sure it lines up with the spirit and what the scriptures and what Yahweh Shai said. Okay, because Yahweh Shai didn't say get a 501c3 charter. He said render unto Caesar what is Caesar. I mean, pay your taxes and do what you have to do for Caesar. But you have to give basically your due benevolence to what the Lord has set up, and that ain't being an American Israelite. We're not here to be American Israelites. We're here to know our nationality, all right, and to have faith and believe in what the Lord has already established through the Spirit, through Abba Bivens, all right, through those great men, all right, Yaquab, and those men that the Spirit is dealing with. Okay, but it says those who God was not well pleased with was the 2/3, and I'll just read that again. But with many, 1 Corinthians 10 and 5, but with many of them God was not well pleased, for they were overthrown in the wilderness. Okay, so that's what's going to happen to you in America. You're going to be overthrown, all right, which is spiritually the final exodus.